Welcome. Another episode, another episode of Opening the Flat. Man, it's been like a week, maybe a week and a half since the last time I got on here talk about DC area's teams. But before I get that started, go ahead, you guys go on, like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, keep you up with Commanders. As you see, my Wizards, um, Caps, Nationals. Try to keep you up to date with everybody. So like and subscribe. I try to give you my point of view of what's going around or what's going on. Um, Also, my other YouTube channel, DC Mark 202. That's where I have all my vacations with my wife, my family. We get out, we go to all the different places, cruises to Caribbean, all different other little places around the world. So if you want to check out CI Adventures, go to this channel here on YouTube. Um, we coming to you after the Commanders lose to the Rams 28-20 today. Um, they lost. I didn't think that it was a game that, it is what it is. Our season been over for a long time. You know, been over for a long time. We still fighting. They still play, still trying to get like a little edge to get in and get in the fight. Uh, they had a little bit of fight in them today playing around. The Rams jumped out on, I think it was like 28-7 or something like that. They jumped out on us. The game wasn't close. The game was it was sad to watch, especially offensively. It was sad to watch how struggled bad, how struggled real bad, and to the point to where they had to, make a change at quarterback and bring Brissett in. How struggled quite a bit. Offensively, they struggled drastically with Sam Howell in there. We couldn't get anything going with the run game. I know they had Rodriguez coming there with Gibson, but Gibson only had 5 attempts. Rodriguez came in there. How many attempts did Rodriguez have? He had a 10 for 35. They struggled. They struggled bad. Um, and it just to me, I just don't think how is necessarily the future of the Commanders. And I know a lot of people gonna be mad. A lot of people gonna be upset. They're gonna be like, I just think that everything that has to deal with Dan Snyder, Ron Rivera, that whole regime, I just think we just have to get rid of it. We got to get rid of it. We got to move on. We got to, uh, you just got to move on from that. I think how, he really is a rookie, even though this is his second season. I really haven't seen any progress. Some of you guys might disagree with me, but I haven't seen any progress with him at all. Uh, I think that he's just struggling. He struggled. And more importantly, he can't get the ball to our guys. He can't get the ball to our playmakers. Uh, they struggle. Uh, Dotson disappeared all year. McLaurin disappeared all year. The tight end position disappeared all year. And I think a lot of that has come down to uh, just straight up, just McLaurin. Not McLaurin, but just straight up. Hold on one second. Gotta turn this down. This thing beaming the hell out of me. Just straight up, just just struggling to do anything. We struggling bad, man. And I think we're struggling so bad because of that quarterback position. The quarterback position is not doing too well. I don't think that's the right thing for us moving along in the future. I think we need to try something different. I think by us having a top 4 pick right now, and if we get there before the year is there, I still think they need to move in the direction to drafting a quarterback. That's what they need to do. They need to move into in the position of drafting the quarterback and move on from what's going on right now with everyone that deals with from the top of the building to the bottom of the building. Sometimes you gotta get the janitor, they're walking papers, you know. Sometimes it happens. And it happens that way. But I just think that we're struggling. They struggle all year offensively. Um, First, it was the whole holding on to the ball too long. Yeah, sack, 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 sack. Now, then we was like, damn, the offensive line. Now is now he can't even. I don't even know what to say about it because now the offense has actually gone backwards the last couple of weeks. We have gone backwards, and you can't keep pointing the finger at everybody else before you start pointing it at the real problem. And to me, I think the real problem is the quarterback. The quarterback position, the position where they're struggling. They're struggling bad, and they just have to make a move. They made somewhat of a game out of the Rams, even though I didn't think they was gonna win. I didn't want them to win for draft pick sake. Not even just to say, because you could draft a draft pick and the guy still gonna come out and be above, right? So a draft pick position don't really actually it means something all season. You try to get the best player available and all that bullshit. But I mean, guys could show up any round, any pick could be a superstar, and you just don't even know. So I just wanted to see a good game. Play against the Rams. Rams got jumped up on top of us. Offense didn't do anything. Brissett came in, and immediately he moved the ball. Immediately he found McLaurin, got on the ball. Could it have been that the Rams played a little bit of softer defense? Of course. But the thing about it is that he found McLaurin and got him the ball, and that was the big thing about it. And that's what I like more about all of it because that's what you gotta do. You gotta find your playmakers, you gotta get them the ball. I mean, you gotta do something to get them, get the ball in their hands. I still didn't see the tight end position, Logan Thomas. Still didn't see Dotson. Those guys, just like the last week, they like McLaurin said, he out there running for help. He got a lot of exercise out there on the field. He out there running just to be running. And I don't think that's something that we need to move into the future. So Brissett came in, he did his thing. They messed up the last 5 minutes of the game, of course, blew it, ran the clock out, game over. Defense, still they moved the ball. The Rams still came in there and moved the ball effectively against us. Pretty much with ease. They pretty much did what they wanted to do. I think even with them, they lightened up a little bit towards the end of the game, towards the fourth quarter, say, hey, let's just run the clock out on these guys. Let's just do what we got to do on these guys and get it over with. So that's what I think they eventually did on the long overall. They just did what they had to do and just ran the clock out on us. So, but it is what it is. But hey man, we just try and get it to the end of the season. And it's our best player on our team, almost damn near one of the top three. Our punter got hurt. Our long snapper, he'd been making terrible snaps all year. They still kept him around all year for this guy to just be throwing the ball on the ground constantly. Got our punter, then they got our punter killed. One of our best players on our team for the last couple of years, because he throwing the ball on the ground. He getting my man killed. because he can't even get the snaps. That's the one of the it could I don't want to say it's the easiest, but god damn, you can't even get the ball back there to the punter or on special teams to kick the field goal. You skinning the ball up against the ground. You know, it's unbelievable with some of these guys. Some of these guys that's on the team, to me, I just feel as though they just don't care. And he's one of them because we're like in like week 15, 14, 15, and you're still doing the same stuff. It's unbelievable. And they shouldn't be going through that with a guy. They cut the long term part the long term dude that we had a couple of years ago that was a beast. They let him go. They want to be cheap, draft the guy. And this dude has been nothing but trash the whole time he been here with Rivera from drafting him. So, you know, we just gotta get ready. I don't even know. We just getting ready for the off season, getting ready to get to January 8th. That's what we got circled on the calendar. Get ready for January 8th and move on, move on, cut your losses with all these guys and just move on. So it is what it is. So, we lost to the Rams 28-20. It was a sad game. Sad that, we had to sit there and watch it for 3 hours. It made it a little bit exciting when Brissett came in because the offense started to look a little better, but it still came down to the same things. Mismanaged clock, penalties. We couldn't stop the Rams in that last drive. We allowed them to get a first down when we should have tried to stuff them up. It's the same old stuff, man. So we just fighting it on to get to the next couple weeks before we could move on and get the season over. January 8th, that's what we're looking forward to. And let's see what we're going to do for there. But what I want to talk about real quick is talking about the Wizards, man. I heard a lot of talk about the Wizards this week. First and foremost, they losing like a motherfucker. So we should be embarrassed by that to even be talking about the Wizards. Because they losing like crazy. But they won. They playing now, and they won the other night. I had watched them win. But I want to get some of you guys, my whole thing about them trying to move to Virginia is that, for one, they moving. I hear a lot of people talking about California teams and, they still stay in the state of California. They might be moving in this place and this place. But when you move the Wizards and the Capitals out of D.C., you moving them into Virginia. You're taking the jobs away from the district. You're putting them out in Virginia. You're taking everything about the Wizards right now over the last 20 years is from the district. That whole area, Chinatown area, has just been built up on the Wizards, right? The Wizards is the dominant team between the dominant franchise between the Caps and the Wizards. I don't agree with them moving. I don't agree with that, but think that basketball teams, especially the Wizards, belong in DC. They belong in the district, and I think that I don't care if it's even 2 or 3 miles over into Virginia. I just feel as though, I just, it's hard to say it, but I was born and raised in DC, right? I don't really look at Virginia as, DC or part of DC. I know it's hard for people to say that or anything like that. I know people over the last 20 years, they came up with this whole DMV thing. And I'm a DC native, and I never was raised to be talking about no DMV. It was always just DC. So DC has their own thing, their own vibe, their own teams. But Maryland and Virginia came on and jumped on with us, and that was it. So, but when you move the Wizards out and you move them to Virginia, it's almost like you just moving them out the whole entire area to me, even if they're 2 or 3 miles away. People in DC don't like Virginia. They don't like to travel to Virginia. They don't like to be in Virginia. And it's just like, when you do that, I don't think they really understand what they're doing to people in the city by doing that and making that move. Some of you guys might disagree with me, but I born and raised in DC. I lived in Maryland. I worked in Virginia. So I've been in all three. I can speak on all three, right? And they're just not the same. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. They just, there's nothing that they're not the same. So I hear a lot of people talking about, the crime in DC. But it's crime. I just say, what people say, that's just an excuse. It's crime everywhere. Crime in DC, crime in Maryland, crime in Virginia. People out here doing all type of shit. I read the news every day. I just don't look at the news, but I actually go to WTOP or go to your local newspaper and pick it up. It's shit happening everywhere. It's just not in DC. Of course they highlight the shit in DC because to me it's more black people in DC. So everything that goes on in DC, every crime that happens in DC, they highlight it. But if you go into Virginia, if you read the paper, and just like now, before I start, I flipped up to WTOP, I see all type of shit going on in Virginia. So, I'm a steady believe that crime is everywhere. There's an uptick in crime everywhere across the United States. And people just sit back and just say crime, crime, crime. Dude, crime is crime is a crime. What's the saying they say? It's an opportunity. What's the saying? I can't think of the damn saying. But if you don't think no crime, if they build that stadium out there by Potomac Yard, first and foremost, I worked in that whole area a long time. I'm gonna tell you, you might think it's no crime in that area, but man, they got a lot of stuff going on up in Crystal City and all the way up to Potomac Yards. They got a lot of stuff, man, that people don't know about. A lot of people don't. I remember when they used to have the hotels, they used to had all the girls out there. That stuff still going on. They still got all type of crime. So if you got the subway station and then you build the new stadium out there, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be an uptick in crime in that area. And then the people who own homes or who live out that area, what they going to say? Oh, y'all bought the stadium. It's crime. It's crime. They could be crying about crime. That's what happened. That's what happens when you have big stuff like that out there. I just feel as though, I think it's a money grab, like anything else in America or around the world, man. Everything is about money. It's a money grab. He want to build something to put in his name, his legacy. This is what he built out for his stadium out in Virginia. So I just feel like if they leave, they need to just lead the name, everything. Just call them. They just do their own thing out of Virginia. Just let them fuck with their own shit, and hopefully we get our new basketball team and we just move forward. Honestly, that's how I feel. No one talks about the performance on the court. No one talks about what it could do to bring fans in. First and foremost, before about how about trying to win some games to get fans to the stadium to bring your revenue up? How about putting a winning team together that can at least make the playoffs? Someone showed a stat on Twitter over the last 20 years. Man, they had like 5 playoff series in the last 20 years or something like that, 25 years. It was crazy stat someone had. I said, wow. Instead of would you focus on the business side, but put more effort into winning, put more effort into keeping fans, glued to the seat, be competitive. And I just don't think that right now the Wizards are doing that. The Capitals has been good. They won a Stanley Cup. They've been keeping fans in the seat. They've been playing good, so you got to leave them out of it. They've been holding it down. But But the Capitals are not the main team franchises bringing in the money. Even though the Wizards have been terrible, they still bring in more revenue. So it's just, to me, I just feel like them moving to Virginia is almost not even say it's a slap in the face, but it's just not the same. And it won't be the same for going out to see them in Virginia. You know, most of me, when I get to Virginia, I get the fuck out of there as soon as I'm finished doing what I'm doing, as quick as I can. So having to going out there to hang out and to go out there to go to a happy hour or go to check out a Wizards game, hell no. I ain't going out there. Hell no. You gotta do, man. Guys don't even understand what I don't even think they even thought that through far as Wizards or people on the Maryland side or DC side coming over to Virginia. Man, so I just disagree with that, and I just rather have them to get up out of there altogether. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead again, like and subscribe. You know, checking me out, man. I'm just trying to get over this. Another losing week, another losing. It is what it is. You know, we just trying to get to January 8th. That's what we're trying to do. January 8th. Commanders lose the Rams 28-20. Wizards try and move to Virginia with the Caps. Man, they trying to do a whole lot to us, man. So, all right, check us out. Check me out in the next video.